So we will continue with part 2 of this grounding yoga practice. We finished in mountain pose in the last video, so we will start there again. Just as a reminder, your feet grounding down into the earth, looking to feel that connection. And if it is hard to find that connection, to feel it, you could look down at your feet, pushing your toes, the balls of your feet, your heels into the floor. Maybe even allowing the weight to shift a little bit there from side to side, and then coming back to center and pushing down into your connection with the ground. And from that connection, maybe you can find a lift somewhere else in your body. Center of your body at your navel, center of your chest, or up through the crown of your head. Have a nice full breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Good, and we'll come into chair pose next. So I'll turn to the side so you can see this position from a different angle. Your feet remain grounded as you soften your knees and allow your hips to shift backwards in space. And it may be that your chair is quite a high chair, and this is where you end up. It may be you experiment with a lower chair. Your arms can be anywhere that's comfortable, up at your ears, in front of you, at your sides, dangling down. This could be quite a strong pose, so know that you can always lift up out of it and then come back into it. Noticing the work that your legs are doing, and if that is hard to sense, you could take your hands onto your thighs and feel those muscles working there at your thighs. You might like to experiment here with the muscles at the center of your body, gently drawing them back to feel the support they bring, the strength. Have another breath here. And then gently lift yourself up from there, returning to an upright position. It's comfortable in your shoulders. You might like to reach your fingers up towards the ceiling and soften the shoulders away from your ears. Have a nice full breath in. And as you exhale, again, soften the knees, and this time fold your body forward, coming into your version of a forward bend. And know that this may be a lifted position. It may be part of the way down. The hands might slide down the legs. If you have a block or a book handy, that might be on the floor for your hands to rest on. Or alternatively, you might choose to hold your opposite elbow or dangle your arms. Finding a position here where your body is not in any pain, where you can maintain a consistency in your breathing. Noticing how the weight is distributed in your feet. And you might like to experiment with bringing your weight forward or back, and noticing how this changes your experience. If your head is lifted, you could try dropping your chin and letting the weight of your head drop towards the floor, inviting gravity into your shoulders and your neck. You might choose to be still or to gently move the body here. Have one more full breath here. And then take your time to roll yourself back up to stand. And we'll take the feet a little bit wider apart and turn your left toes out and your right toes slightly in, so that now you can bend your left knee in the same direction as your left toes. And you can choose how much you bend that knee. It might be a deep bend, it might be less of a bend, finding what feels right in your body. And from there, you might choose to extend your arms out into Warrior Two. Noticing as you do, if this causes any pain in your neck or your shoulders, you can always allow the arms to rest at your sides. Feeling your feet push down into the floor, and the muscles in that front leg activating. Notice if your torso wants to lean forward or back, and finding that place right at the center where you're grounded and stable. Have one more breath here. And then lifting the arms up overhead, we'll spin the feet around the other way. Bending now through your right knee. Arms reaching out from shoulder height. Know that if this causes you any pain in your body, you can always come out of the pose. Adjusting as you need to, where you can be feeling what's happening in your body, consistent with your breathing. Have one more breath here. And again, we'll lift the arms up and turn the feet the other way. This time we'll take the front hand, your left hand or elbow, onto your bent left leg. And as you lean yourself in that direction, you might place your right hand at your hip or allow it to travel up your side body. Maybe the hand lifts towards the sky. Maybe the arm reaches over the head. You choose the option that feels right in your body. That top shoulder might like to feel some more action, so there's the option to circle that top arm. Pushing down into your feet, you could experiment here with the muscles at your center again, drawing them back and noticing the support they bring into this position. Have one more breath here. And then bringing yourself back upright. Inhale, arms lift. Feet turn around the other way. Coming back down, your right hand or elbow rests on your right leg. Maybe your left hand comes to your waist or slides up the side body to your ribs, feeling the movement of your breath. Maybe that hand reaches up or over the head. And again, the option exists there to circle the arm if the shoulder is feeling tense and could use a little bit of movement. Pushing into your feet, finding your connection at your center and lifting yourself up from there. Arms lift up. One last time, the feet turn. This time the legs stay straight. And you're reaching your left arm out and dropping it down into your triangle pose. Feel the feet ground down. Feeling the expansion in your upper side body. Let the head be free to turn in whatever direction suits your neck. And again, we push into the feet, connect at our center and lift back up. Arms lift and the feet spin the other way. Reaching the right arm out and down into triangle pose on this side. Finding the shape that resonates in your body, where you can maintain a connection to your breathing, a sense of balance from inhale to exhale and back to inhale. Pushing down into the feet to lift back up and letting the arms drop now. The feet come back towards each other. We'll take one more position here from standing, coming to balance on one foot. Know that you can always take a hand to the wall or to any surface that might help you to balance. We'll come into a one-legged mountain pose today. So we find our nice full mountain pose, grounding through both feet, and then begin to shift the weight into our right leg, maybe coming to the ball of the left foot. Can you push into that right foot and remain grounded and tall? It may help you to fix your gaze on something still, and maybe that left knee lifts up towards you. Know that it doesn't matter where the leg ends up. Notice how the position makes you feel. Can you maintain your breath? Are you holding your breath? The arms might come up above the head. They could come in front of the chest. You might be using them to balance or letting them hang at your sides. Noticing how you respond if this is a challenging place to be. Coming back to the breath, one more breath in. And as you exhale, grounding your standing foot, shifting the weight over into your other leg, coming to the ball of your right foot. Full breath in as you push into your left foot, grounding down, lifting tall in the spine. Maybe that knee lifts, maybe the toes stay on the floor. Without judgment, notice where you are today, where your balance is, where the challenge is, where the effort is, where there's ease. Can you maintain your breath? How do you respond to challenge? It doesn't matter if you can stand on one foot. Notice how you react when you're challenged. Can it be lighthearted? Have one more inhale, and then we'll ground that standing foot as you exhale. Taking a moment there to circle the shoulders, releasing any built-up tension in the neck or shoulders. And then taking a moment to shake out both legs, releasing any energy, shaking that out of your legs. And we'll come down onto the floor to finish off. So we're going to come right down onto your back now, then have the last shape from the floor, and then take a rest. So finding your way down to recline. Bringing the feet to the floor with the knees bent, pushing down into that connection of your feet, palms facing down, sending signals to your nervous system that all is well as you ground through your hands, your feet, your shoulders, and the back of your head. Coming back to the breath, nice smooth breath in. You might choose to let that one go through your mouth. And one more time, inhaling, and let that go. Allowing the arms to slide up away from the body now, maybe up towards shoulder height. And bringing the feet closer together so that the inner edges of your feet and your knees touch. We're going to lift and move the hips over slightly to the right, and then drop your knees to your left. And know that you can experiment here. So if, as you drop your knees, they feel uncomfortable, they're hovering in space, you could take a prop like a pillow or a block and place it underneath your legs to support them as they come down. You might choose to slide the knees up closer to the chest as you twist. Notice where you feel the twist in your spine, and if there's any pain coming out of that shape or adjusting that shape to alleviate the pain. And if you're uncomfortable, asking yourself, can I be here for 2 more cycles of breath? Honoring whatever the answer is. On your next in-breath, taking your knees back up to center. Feet and knees together, shifting your hips over to the left, and this time allowing the knees to drop to the right. And again, if they are hovering up away from the floor, you could always prop something underneath them, ensuring that the body is not in pain. And if it is uncomfortable, again, asking yourself, is this somewhere that I can be for 3 breaths? And if the answer is no, if it is causing you distress, honor that. Come up out of it. 2 more breaths here. And last breath there. Bringing the knees back up to the center.